The second most important verb to know how to use in English is the verb do. In this video, I'll show you how to use the verb do as a main verb and as a helping verb. The simple form of the verb do is do. The past tense is did. The past participle is done. And the present participle is doing. It's very important to remember that this simple form is used with helping verbs and the word to. So if I put to here, this forms the infinitive. Then you can use do or does or did as helping verbs when forming questions with the main verb in the simple form. It's also possible to use modal verbs like can or will or must with the simple form of the verb do. So in some cases when you're making a question, you're using the helping verb do and the main verb do. What do you do? When someone asks you about your occupation, they'll ask, what do you do? The helping verb is do, what do, the subject is you, and then the main verb is do. In the past tense, did. What did you do? This question is asked for actions. The helping verb is did and the main verb is do. What did you do? When answering the question, it's not necessary to use the verb do. You can use a different verb, an action verb. The verb do is rooted in action. This is in contrast to the verb be. When the verb be is used with do, then you form a continuous tense. So, is, am, are, and then the word do with the ing ending. So essentially when you're using continuous tenses like the present continuous tense or maybe the past continuous tense, was doing, were doing, you're essentially adding an ing to the simple form and using the verb be. This is why it's important to know how to use the verb be before you learn how to use the verb do. If you take a look at these verbs, these are all in continuous forms. Here's the verb be. You have to know how it changes in various forms with the verb do. So do and the ing ending form the present participle. Present participle can also be used as a gerund and as an adjective. You're most likely to hear the verb do as a helping verb in front of the main verb, whatever that might be. It could be do, or it could be work, or live, or see. So the helping verb, do, does, and then also did. These helping verbs are used in front of a main verb. Work, live, go, see. But you can also use the verb do as a main verb without a helping verb. So in ordinary conversation, you'll hear someone say, I did it. Here's the subject, here's the verb, and then here is the object, whatever this is. So I did it, or I do it, whatever this is, every day. And it can function. Laundry detergent. If you use the verb do as a main verb, you have to have an object here. The past participle form of the verb do is done. This can be used also as an adjective. When making questions or statements or negatives, in the perfect tenses, the helping verbs are has or have or had. You can also use the verb be in front of done when forming the passive voice. So there are many different things that you need to know about the verb do. This is just an introduction to the verb. If you go to my channel, you'll see many different videos on the verb do.